in bringing Joey home, we were surprised at it. They sent us home with a do not resuscitate paper to put on our fridge. And that was so weird. That was very weird to have a newborn who, if anything happened, this legal document says, don't save my baby. So that was strange. And we were able to go through almost 2 full weeks without many issues. He was still eating from a syringe, a couple times would suck on a bottle, had wet diapers, was waking up every 3 hours kind of to eat. And there was even some talk about, oh, do we bring him in for a checkup? Do we bring him in for his normal, most babies go back after a week or two for a checkup. And then we started to notice some hard breathing, kind of right as we were thinking, what are next steps? Like towards a normal life. And the doctors have explained to us that he was able to make it that long because his brain stem was completely intact. So while there was not other brain matter, cortex, his brain stem was intact, which does the work of regulating organs and things. So, but 12 days after he was born, he started struggling to breathe, which began the worst day of our lives. He had a very strong heart. Everything else in his body worked. So he would stop breathing for even 3 to 4 minutes sometimes, but then would take a deep breath and start breathing again until it was Thursday, August 31st, that he passed away in the morning. So during that time, we were giving him morphine so that he wouldn't be in pain.
Just little bits of it, yeah.
And I mean, everyone holds new babies all the time. But it was very, very rarely that Joey was put down, was let. He was always in someone's arms.
He was.
And my mom and my sister stayed with us during that time. In our small apartment, and my sister actually had an 8-month-old as well, so we were all together. And in some ways, that's probably what would have happened if you bring home a new baby. Families around to help take care of them. But it was very special that they were able to be there to help us and to also then grieve with us and say goodbye to him.
Yeah, I think the emotions for me, I would say anxiety, uncertainty, yet trying to be in the moment. But I mean, there were times where I'm like, he may live 2, 3 years, 4 years. We didn't know. I mean, it was one of the most uncertain, surrendering times that one can really be in. Because like you stated, is, coming home, knowing our baby was going to probably die, but uncertain when, and yet he's in our care now. We had hospice coming, but they'd come for a little bit, and there wasn't a ton they would do. They just kind of like check in, how you doing? What can I provide for you? They were great, but it still was in our care. And yeah, it was a blur, a lot of little sleep. But I do have good, sweet memories of those 2 weeks. I do have sweet memories it just kind of like we were in it. We just went through it day by day, hour by hour. with a lot of uncertainty. You know, we had meal plans, so people gave us meals every night. So that was awesome because, you know, we didn't have to cook, and that was sweet. And we could just care and work with be with each other. And yeah, we took nice long walks with him and had family that supported. But it was, when I think about life in general, it's probably one of the most uncertain times we could ever be in as humans.